So you see, the market now predicting it has become very simple. So let's do analysis on the other place, even if miss it. Okay, so since from last 2 weeks you've been missing the pound dollar trace on pound dollar pound dollar. So I think you have to look at other pair. So you see the same thing is happening to what happened yesterday. This thing, you see the support, a support has been created. A support has been created. So if support has been created, this is the next target. So this one too is looking good for a buy, but the range is not big. So as I said, so the range is 3 pips if you take spread out of it. So it's not worth it. Okay, because the moment price gets to this side, it's going to range. The moment price gets to this side, it's going to range. So even though everything is pointing up to what, it's pointing to up. Okay, because a support has been created, we're expecting a trend continuation. The daily is an uptrend, H1 is uptrend, so you're expecting a continuation. But there was a consolidation looking at your left. There's a consolidation at your left. So it's not worth it to take a buy. Okay, so yesterday, Brenny brought a nice trade. We took it and money was made from there. So let's see gold. Let's see gold. So what are you expecting on gold? So the monthly was all-time high. Let me see what that. Okay. So the monthly is in all-time high. Okay. So the monthly is in all-time high. Okay, this is a monthly. So daily. On daily time frame, we have a resistance over here. So H4. So daily is an uptrend, right? Daily is an uptrend. Let me check the daily time frame. Okay, so we have a support over here on the daily time frame. So this candle has retested on the support exactly. So the H4 is what? H4 did what higher high, broke. As it broke, it tends to what? A downtrend. So what are we? So gold will look very good during the New York session, in the sense that it is retesting on what we have some zones over here at H4 time frame. At H4 time frame, you have zones. Okay, so usually when I see this one or 2 or 3 what area of interest, I call it what golden zone. So this point is very strong. So what you have to wait for is what you have to wait for, even though daily is an uptrend, so it will be a correction at what H4 time frame. So you have to wait for the market is going to correct it or retrace over here, then move down. So what you have to expect is what you have to expect the H4 candle. Usually what I do is what I'll wait for this candle to close exactly on this one. Okay, you have to wait for it because you have to find the place you are going to find your setup is at this level. So as you are going to find your setup on this level, you have to wait for the candle to close. Wait for the H4 candle to close on this level, okay, before you move to. So if H4 close on this level, if it's close on this level, if it's close like this on this level, okay, suppose maybe H4 has closed like this and H4 hasn't given you an entry, what you have to do is what, you go to your lower time frames, time frame lower than what, the daily time frame lower than H4. So you're either going to look for a structure, so maybe it's moving like this, you wait for a breakout, what, then you enter a sell, you get it, then you enter a sell. So this is what you have to wait for, okay, then you, and so after this candle has broken, so now structure has shifted. H4 is in what, H1 has been in the same, it has been in sync with what H4 is doing. So you wait for what, a bearish candle like this. Very simple. You wait for a bearish candle, then you enter. Okay, so this point is going to be your entry level. So this is what you are going to expect on gold. So you are not going to look for a sell now unless the H4 candle has closed. Okay, you are going to, unless the H4 candle has closed. So till then you are not going to look for a sell now. So let's see the pound, what the pound dollar is doing. So if I entered aggressive, I would have even gotten some pips. I would have even gotten some 5. So it has moved like 5 pips. So the target is this side, okay. So the original entry was supposed to be this side, but because of the news events, we avoided a trade, okay. This was the original entry. Okay, this was the original entry, but because of the news events, we avoided. I would have entered it around 5 there, because that's the time I saw it. So that would have been the pre-lending section. I would have entered it over there, target this zone, but because of the news events, So let's see Euro USD. So you've analyzed gold. So you said you are expecting the H4 candle to close. Okay. Oh, it has closed. It hasn't. Okay. It was a candle that I drew. I thought it has closed on it. So what you are going to expect is, you are going to expect the H4. What you have to expect is wait for the H4 to close. After H4 has closed, you move to the lower time frame for entry. So you have to make sure you are going to look for structure, which is what, in the same direction to what the H4 is doing. Okay. So with Euro USD, as I said, the zone is too tight. We have a zone over here. We have a zone over here. So the zone is too tight. So you have a zone 2 over here. So if you turn it to a candle chart, you have a zone 2 over here. So it's too tight. Okay. It's too tight for you to. So you see, yesterday the zone was too big. The zone was big. You get it. So these are the things that you have to be searching for. A bigger zone. Okay, you have to be searching for zones like this, not tighter zone. Don't put yourself in a tight corner. Don't put yourself. This is what, like 5 pips, and I've already told you that anytime you enter a trade, you have to deduct the spread from the zone that you are targeting. So the zone is going to help you to determine your stop loss and your take profit. You get, sorry, the zone is going to help you to determine your target. So that's why it's important. So mostly people will message me telling me they entered the trade and they don't know whether to close or to what, still remain in the trade. You don't know how, you didn't what, determine your target before you enter the trade. So the zones is very simple. The H4, the daily, and the weekly are going to help you to determine your target, your various targets. You get it? They are going to help you determine your various targets. So this one, for instance, so if you can see, yesterday we targeted the next zone was at this level, and you see exactly as price got to that level, it's what, it's retraced. So this, you see the power of how I draw my support and resistances. You see how powerful it is. Everyone sees the market differently, so I'm not sure someone is going to draw it like how. So the way I determine my target is it's like magic. You get it? So yesterday I targeted this zone. I haven't changed anything on the chart. Oh. I've targeted this zone. I targeted this zone, and exactly when price got to that target, this was even the initial move before the CPI. This was this. Let me check it. Wait. So you see, it's got to the. So this is the okay. So it didn't hit the CPI. Move it to the target. It's moved it to the target. So you see how exactly it's got to the target, the zone. You get it? You see how exactly as it got to the zone, it's what, it bounced back. So there was some secrets on how I draw my support and resistance. You get it? Very simple. So it's important for you to know your target. Don't be in the trade and panic. Okay. So me, for instance, if I enter a trade, I will just set my stop loss when it gets to my target before I will massage the trade. If it hasn't gotten to the target, I'm not going to massage the trade. Some people will panic. Should I close over here? Should I close? Like, because you don't know where to take profit. If you know, if you have an experience, if you've traded it for long, you know your target, you are not going to panic, even if the thing is retracing. Okay, for me, if I entered over here, I'm not going to panic, because I know, unless maybe certain factors, such as maybe there's an upcoming news, you get it, there's an upcoming news, I don't want to hold the trade for the next day or something before I'll start massaging the trade. Okay, either I'll break even, or because sometimes you have trade management, you have to manage the trade. Since you said this your target, so sometimes like this your target, so you are not going to do anything. Sometimes we have some external factors, some news events will happen, the market is, you don't want to be in the trade for weekends. So all these things are part, because anytime the market opens during the weekdays, when it opens during the weekdays, especially when you go for weekends and you come to the weekdays, you are going to see some spikes. Okay, when the market opens, you see some big gaps and those things. So if you can watch it yourself, you will be seeing some big gaps on Sundays. So all those things, what, and the spread too will increase. And if you are if your stop loss is tight, you are going to be stopped out. So all these are factors that will make me close a trade. I don't want to be in trade to the weekends and other stuff. Okay, and when you enter a trade during to the weekends too, you are going to experience swap. Either swap will be in your favor or it will be against you. So swap is like a commission that you are holding trade overnight. So that one too, sometimes they can give you positive. If you get positive swap, that means what, the brokers are going to give you commission, and that one too depends on the interest rate of the currency of the economy. Okay, if you have, it depends on the pair that you are trading. If maybe you are buying, or maybe on the base currency, their interest rate is higher than the quote currency sometimes. So we have some factors that they use to determine how swap is going to be in your favor, or is going to go against. If it is against you, they are going to deduct it. If it is in your favor, they are going to give you some commission, as in, yeah, some commission on holding the trade. So it depends on the interest rate. Okay, it depends on the interest rate. So as we said, there was, if the zone is supposed to be big, if the zone is supposed to be something like this on the euro dollar, you get it, something like this. If the zone is supposed to be like something, if the zone is supposed to be something like this, you get it. With that one, you would have entered that one. You would have entered what, a buy. You see, with that one, the zone is very big. With that one, the zone would have been very big. You get it? The zone would have been very big. But this one, the zone is very tight. It's not advisable. Don't put yourself. I don't like entering a trade and I'll be in drawdown. I want to enter a trade and I'm straightforward. I'm in profit. So the only best way you are going to be in profit when you enter a trade is when you are trading in a clean zone. You see, the moment the market gets here, sometimes it will retrace, and I don't like those things. So anytime you trade a strategy, the strategy should make sense to you. Don't trade on support and most people lose because they trade on support and resistances. So if you have entered a trade over here and the thing is retracing, your focus is over here. Don't panic. You get it? Don't panic, because you know the reason why you set the target over here. Your focus is on H4. So the target is over here. So go to, you've explained it. Okay, so let's check the fundamentals. So today, during the New York session, we don't have any high impact news. We don't even have US, even low impact news on US. Okay, we have some, right? Oh, okay. So today too is retail sales. Wow. So you have to expect some moves during the New York session. We have to expect some news. Let's see. So let's try and read. Let's try and interpret this news event. So retail sales, what does it mean? So first of all, after identifying how impactful this economic event is going to be, what does it mean by when you say retail sales? So the retail sales simply means what? As in the volume of the various retail shops, or you get it. So retail sales, those who do retails, their income or the sales that they made within the month. Okay, so if you want to see the meaning of things, you click on the details. It's a change in total value of sales in the retail level. Okay, the retail level, like, so for Ghana, for instance, Mecom are retail shop. So China Mall, those people, okay, those shops, as in the retail those retail shops, their sales for the month is what you are talking about. Is what you are talking about. So if the numbers are good, so if they are making sales, it's good for the economy, because people are going to be employed. They are going to, if people get employed, they will get money in their pockets. Activities are going to go on. They are going to spend, transactions, you get it. So people are going to spend money. You get it? People are going to spend money. So retail sales, if the numbers are good, it is good for the economy. So the numbers that they are expecting, the core retail sales is what? The forecast is 0.1, the previous is what? 0.4. So the numbers, comparing the forecast to the previous numbers, that means what? This month or last month's volume is what? Last month's volume is lower than as compared to the previous month, which is very bad, because they are expected to do more than what they did the previous month, but now sales has what? Reduced. Okay, but when it comes to the retail sales, so usually the core retail sales, I think, have more impact than the retail sales. And at the same time, we have unemployment claims. So man, avoid these times. You get it? Avoid these times. So please, I'm coming. Let me make some call. Avoid these times because it's the news are many. The high impact news are many. So unemployment claims too, they are expecting 236. The expected unemployment claim. So unemployment claims too is high. Unemployment claims too is high. So if unemployment is high, it's bad for the economy. So if you entered here, it will be in drawdown by now. So as I said, your focus supposed to be, don't look at what the H1 because of the restriction, the zones over there. You have to look for what, where you got the entry, and this is where you got the entry. The target is at the side, so don't be looking at. So let's move to the H4, the daily, the weekly time frame. So you have a support over here. Okay, you have a support over there. So if this one flip, that would be very good. If it flips, that means what? You have some wicks over here. This week's clean zone, okay, on the monthly time frame. So the pound dollar looks bullish. It looks nice. So it's going to this side. It looks good on the weekly and the monthly. But looking at the daily and H4, you have a lot of consolidations. So we need some spike that will move it up. So this, let me check where it's going to flip. So this is a point that when it flips over here, it's very good. It's very good. So it is retracing. It is retracing. Well, let's see. So if it flips, if the weekly or the monthly candle flips bullish at this level, it's going to be very impactful. So Euro USD2 is flipping. It's pulling back. The target wasn't tight. And one thing too that you have to notice, what if you set your target, the market is not going to get your target exactly. That's what you have to bear in mind. You get it? So sometimes it will not get your target exactly. Okay, it will not get your target exactly. So you have to bear that one too in mind. Sometimes it will be left like 2 pips before it will get your target, 3 pips before it will get your target. So you don't have to also, as we are saying, you don't have to always wait exactly for the target to hit before you take profit. You have to note that one too. So I'm sure it's pulling back. Let me see whether we can get an entry on. So the way this one has formed, that means what? It will be flipping. It will flip to bullish because it seems like it's open with no wick. There was a small wick. I'm still seeing what an uptrend. I'm still seeing an uptrend. So trading is like sales, okay? As I said, trading is like a sales business. You with sales, sometimes some weeks can be good, other weeks too can be bad. Some days can be be very good. Other days too can be very bad. So if you get profit today, if you took a trade today, or you took a trade yesterday, or a day before yesterday, you had a profit. You don't have to be expecting like every day should be what a trading day for you. That's what most beginners do. They thought every day, since the market is open, they have to make money every day. Trading doesn't work like that. You get it? Trading doesn't work. You don't have to make money every day. Even if you have been listening to most of the professionals, some people, like, within a week, if they get a good trade within one trade within the week, they call it a week. You get it? They call it a week. So if you get profit, or if you get money today within the maybe Tuesday, you've gotten money, you don't have to go and force trade the following day. It doesn't work that way. Okay, it doesn't work that way. So you save your money, you spend it wisely, so you get a nice quality setup again. That's how it works. So it's the same thing as sales. If you get profit today and you are expecting tomorrow to be the same thing, you are lying to yourself. Sales that doesn't work that way. You are not the one who is going to buy. People are going to decide. Okay, and it's something like you are going to do all your best, but you can't make decision for some people. You just try and convince people. You just try to tell them the benefits of your products. You just tell them why they need your product and everything. But if people are not converting, you can't do anything about it. So if you get money today, you need to what? Learn how to spend your money. Don't spend your money anyhow. Okay, so if you have a question, you can ask. Yeah. GBP Swiss francs. So they are all the same time. The Switzerland francs is in the same time with the lending session. So it's like, so you are going to see a lot of consolidation because two sessions are open at the same time. And if you trade them at the New York session or maybe the Asian session, two sessions are closed at the same time. So anytime you are selecting a pair, make sure one pair. The best thing to do is maybe one pair section is open, one pair section is closed. So this one for GBP USD, the pound is closed, the pound is open, and the dollar is closed. The dollar section, yeah. So that's the best thing. But if the same section are closed, if the same section are open, we are going to experience a lot of as in range. So it's always the best to trade when two sections are closed. One section is open, one section is closed. That's the best idea. So as we avoided the impulsive move, the thing is coming back. So sometimes you need to be patient. If you miss the trade, don't chase it. So when it comes to trade execution, I'm very conservative. Unless I've seen something that has happened most of times. Okay. I'm very conservative. I don't rush things because there was money on the line. So let's see, maybe lending open will bring some magic, or because the H1 is not giving an entry. Let me see the M30. Are we going to enter if this one close bearish and the next candle flip bullish? Is it going to happen like that? So it's left with 14 minutes for the lending session to open. I always prefer placing my stop loss on the H4. That's the safest place for me. By the way, you have to decide before the market, the time or the session will open. 30. 14 pips. Let's see what lending. It's left with 30 minutes for it. It's left with 30 minutes for the session to open. So let's see what will happen. So Euro USD to so as I said, go. The best way to do is to wait for the H4 to close here before you enter. Before you enter. Blending open will move it up. Either it will move it up. Let's see. So it's moved like 11 pips. It is retracing. This is a strong key level. This is a monthly. This is a monthly key level. This is a monthly key level. So sometimes the market will it will present an easy textbook setup. Sometimes too, it will be very difficult. You need to force yourself to, but you don't have to be forcing trades to. You need to take easy setups. Easy setups what are the money setups. Like what happened yesterday, it was very easy. Okay, and even this one was even easy. Even this one was an easy setup. The target. It left with 10 pips for the target to get hit. Let me see the H1. If this H1 flips bearish, the possibility that, because this is a monthly support, and the monthly is looking good. In case maybe if this monthly flips, because if you look at the monthly structure, the monthly structure looks very clean uptrend. It looks very clean. You get it? So if this one is able to flip, because it has retested on this area, this candle has broken above this area. It has broken above. This candle has broken above this key area. So if this one is able to flip, if it's able to flip, it will be a nice buy. But that's long term. So monthly is what? A long term. It's an investment. It's an investor's time frame, because things really takes time before it happens. So those who are position traders, especially the investors, those who hold trade for long, those who are investing, those who are investing in the currencies are the ones, we are day traders. So what we need is the 4-hour time frame, the H1 time frame, the M30, the daily, the highest, at least the daily. But the investors, those who are looking at how the exchange rate is looking like to invest, either to buy more pounds or either to buy more dollars, are the ones who watch the daily time frame. And one magical thing about this candle is what? If you know how to analyze well, most of the happenings that happens within an economy aligns exactly with the technical analysis. I'm even surprised, especially when you move to these wars and those things. If you analyze maybe gold, the gold, dollar, and those things, you see, if you know how to analyze well, you see it will align exactly that. Or maybe gold is going to buy more because there was war in Israel, or maybe there was war in between Russia, Ukraine. Like, you see, it will align perfectly to the technicals. There was something magical. There was something about the technical aspect of this thing. The candlestick, there's something about it, some secret about it. Something that has not happened. You see, it will align on it exactly. If you analyze it, you see, oh, maybe gold is going to buy, and you'll be surprised. So it left with 7 minutes for this candle to close. You see, it's flipping. So if you are in a trade, you don't have to panic. Okay, I used to be doing those things because those times, one thing that I struggle was what sometimes where to take profits was one thing I really struggle. Sometimes you'll be in trade and you ask yourself, am I supposed to close or am I supposed to be in the trade? By the moment I understood where I'm going to take profit and those stuff, things really became very easy for me. Things really became very easy for me. You get it? So it's always important to know where you are going to take profit and where you are going to what. It's always important. Don't be in a trade and you'll be panicking. So now I can hold trade without panic, even if it is retracing. So last time, for instance, the trade I took that came to my stop loss, it went in profit like 10 pips, right? It went in profit. Where is the trade? It went in profit. Those times I would have I would have breaking even or broke even. But I allowed it. It was that's where I decided also the trade. Just, where was the trade? Yeah, this side. So I entered around this side. The trade moved in my favor more than 10 pips. But because the target was at this side. But because the target hasn't gotten to that side, those times I would have break even. But it came with me out and moved in my favor. You get it? So always know your target and stick to your target. And I said the only way you are going to massage a trade is when there's an economic event. Okay, when there's an economic event, when there's high impact news, when you don't want to be in a trade for the weekends. So lending open is going to move it back. Trading becomes simple when you are passionate about it. Now trading is very simple for me. Analysis, like I just love analyzing. Those times I just love analyzing. I just love analyzing. So now, like, even though I don't do it like how I used to be doing it, but still the passion is there. Still, I love analyze. I used to love analyzing. I just love it. Just love it. Just analyzing. The more you analyze, the more you become used to the patterns. So you just trading is all about pattern recognition. If you know exactly how your pattern represents. So before this move happened, you see, I told you I woke up around 4. You get it? And I updated you people, GU is looking sweet and other stuff. I saw this move before it happened. You get it? It's not magic, it's all about pattern recognition. So this is how I do it. I just, if it happens like this, those times I used to what sit and be watching. I would just watch the patterns. I can sit on my screen not doing anything, just watching like an hour. That's what usually I used to do. So if you think I was just there and it came, the skill came, you are lying to yourself. Just a long years of work, more than 5 years of work that I've put into this skill. So if you think you are going to get it, you are frustrated within a month, you are not getting it, you are just lying to yourself. It took me 5 years, losing for 5 years. So if it is easy for me now, don't envy me because I've put in the work. Oh yeah. We have some people like that. Some people are not going to do any work. But the moment they see you progressing, they start envying you. They are not going to put in work. They are not going to do anything. But the moment they see you progressing, Mm, but now things are becoming very simple for you. But I'm even surprised. Like you have gotten like you are getting things very fast. Yeah, those times he used to be that guy. I've forgotten the name. I've not been hearing from him again. Yeah, I think they are writing their wasi also. So it's tight. So lending open has moved it back. So as I said, the target is at this side. This is what one of my online mentors told me. He said if the daily and H4 are in the same direction, why do you panic? Why do you panic if the trade is retracing? It's so by all means, unless maybe they are in opposite direction, like what gold is doing. Gold, for instance, if you watch the daily chart, daily is what an uptrend, but H4 is what H4 is a downtrend. You get it? H4 is a downtrend. So something like this, some kind of you get it, some kind of. Let's check Euro USD. So now we have added Euro USD to the pairs. So Euro USD is going to move to the target exactly because what we trade support continuation. So London has opened 7 o'clock. So you see this candle, the way it's opened, it is going to flip then hit the target. So as I said, it's all about recognizing the patterns. So one thing some of you are not doing is you have to go back. That's why I'm even doing the YouTube, so that it will be a database for most of us. So you can go back. That's what I did though. I'll go back. Don't use your work as an excuse. If only you really want it, you don't have to. Your work shouldn't be an excuse because you are working for someone, and if anything, the person will not care for you. It's going to lay you off. So you have to think of yourself, your personal development. That's the most important. So you have to also find time for yourself to develop yourself. So if you close from work, don't watch Netflix and chill. Don't be playing games, your console and nothing. Other than that, you are still going to be stuck in your same position. No, if you don't develop yourself, you are still going to be stuck in life. So if you close from work, either you are schooling or working, you have to go to YouTube videos, for instance. You watch everything again. Sometimes some of the videos that I've watched, I can watch those times. I used to watch 5 hours video. You'll be surprised. That means the whole of my day I'm on the chat. I remember one day my mom told me, okay, see, the thing, you are not having money, you are not working, but you always get money to buy data and you're always sitting on your laptop. You're always sitting on your laptop. This thing is consuming your money. I'd rather prefer buying data. Those times I'd rather prefer buying data than not having anything on me. Like not even having money to buy food. Because I want to access the chat. So I needed it badly. I would rather prefer buying data than not having money on my chat. So you should go through the stream just watch it again. If you do it, I bet you if you do it like 6 months, you start getting it, because I can't talk about everything in a day. Sometimes some of the things are off head, so you only know it when maybe you watch the streams or over and over again. That's the best way you can get it, because trading is not about sending you videos. It's not about, you are not going to get it that way. If trading is all about reading books or watching videos, everyone will be getting it. I would have even sent my grandmother some videos. You watch it, then you start printing money. It doesn't work that way. You have to. It's about continuous practicing. So prioritize your self development. Use most of your time towards study something that is going to bring growth in your life, because your work that you are working, if it is even government work, you are still going to take the same salary. But one thing nice about developing yourself is the more you develop yourself, the more you earn. As your knowledge level goes up, you still what earn. But if you're working for someone, no matter how you work, you are still going to receive the same salary. Even if you will increase it, very small amounts of money. So as it is retracing, still the target is at this side. So retracement is part of trading. Retracement is part of trading. It's ups and down. Okay, it's ups and down. So you don't have to fear trading. But lending volume, pulling like doing this deep retracement is weird. If lending volume is doing this way. So Euro USD, the zone is very tight. You see how the market, you see, as it is struggling towards breakthrough. It is struggling. So you don't have to be in situation like this. Okay, you don't have to be in situation like this where you enter a trade and the market is struggling to even move in your favor. That's going to be what? That's going to affect your psychology. So it's always best to trade within a zone that is what? Very clean, and it's a bigger range that you can manage your trade. But this one, you can't manage your trade. This is the entry. The whole of this side, you have what? Consolidation. Even though it will break, but I don't want to involve myself. Okay, I don't want to involve. So sometimes you can see a nice trend, everything perfect, but you can't take it because of what? The range. So that's how it works. So if you are entering on, maybe if you are entering on daily time frame, if you find an setup on daily time frame, if you find an entry on daily time frame, focus on the daily time frame. Don't even bother to move to H4 or H1. This one, you found it on H4. You found it on H4. So don't even bother to look at H1 or M30, because if you watch it that way, you are going to get consolidations, something like this. See, we have consolidation over here on the H1. Supposing if you took it on H1, that one, it will be cool to check. It will be cool to be checking the H1. But if you took it on H4, focus on H4. Focus on H4. So let me check the retail sales, what they are expecting. Core retail sales, they are expecting lesser numbers, which is bad for the US. But retail sales, they are expecting good numbers. So it's mix up numbers. So this one like this, interpreting it is going to be hard. You have at the same time you have unemployment claims. So Charlie, you just avoid during those times. Avoid. If you have money that you can use to bet on it, fine. But when it happens like this, you have to avoid. That's the best way to go. Okay, that's the best way to go. So this one, for instance, let me see what yesterday when did the trend? Okay, it has already shifted before. So like if you watch, if you I'm coming. So if you watch the daily chart carefully, you can see as this one, as it broke here, it has retested. As it broke here, it has retested. So it seems like this is wave 3. I don't want to confuse this. This has happened or not. So if you can remember yesterday, I told you Euro USD is what, wave 3, and it is going to move massively. You get it? Euro USD was wave 3 on the H. I said it right. I said it right. So the same thing, wave 3, and I said it is going to move massively. But at this time, it is happening. So let's check the daily. On the daily time frame, if you can see the same thing. Who is that? Brenny, please your microphone. Said what? Euro USD. So wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. You see how, like, how as it moves very, it moves very long. Like the move is very big. So the same thing is happening on the H4 time frame. On the H4 time frame, if you move to the daily time frame rather. So the daily time frame, I think this is the correction. Okay, I always say avoid trading the retracement or the correction. Always focus on the impulse move. So if you can see, this one too has done move retraced, what is going to happen? A bigger move is about to happen on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, let's move to H4 time frame. H4, with that one, it has already moved. Okay, so even if you can watch this one moved, consolidated. So usually corrections usually consolidate, as I did to you the other time. It's either going to be what, ABC consolidation, or sometimes yeah, usually corrections are ABC. Forgotten that ABC, or so ABC. So 1, 2, 3, ABC. Then it's what? This is the consolidation. So normally retracements or corrections are consolidations. That's why it's always advisable to trade the impulse moves. So what is going to happen? Trend continuation. You get it? Trend continuation. So you see how the wave 3 moved very big. Like, I don't know how the word to use to describe. This is the correction. Okay, so corrections are usually consolidations. You see how it moves very back. So the same thing is happening on what? The daily time frame. Okay, so the patterns, sometimes the pattern repeats itself, and in every time frame or any of the time frames, the same thing happens. Okay, but this one, it's now forming. H4 has already formed, and one thing you have to notice, what the movement of the candle starts, or the pattern starts from the lower time frame to higher time frame. Okay, so that's why I always say don't panic when you are in trade. You see, it is now moving. Okay, so the moment you know your target, allow the trade to get to the target. The mistake that you are going to do is when it has gotten to your target and you're trying to be greedy, not taking profits. I remember I've done it before, and not taking your profits. It's when you're going to be what? It's going to be burnt out. So today the GDP has really worried us of not taking this trade. So the same thing is happening on the daily time frame. The impulsive move is happening. So as I said, this is how the market moves. It moves impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. Okay, so this is an impulse move. Let me educate you small. This is an impulse, correction, oh, what's going on? Impulse, correction. Okay, let me use this one to represent correction, impulse. Okay, this correction, sorry, this correction, correction. Okay, so within the impulse move, we can get what? This is, maybe if we are taking the H1 for instance, this is what? Micro move. So within the micro move, you can have what? Within the micro move, we can have within the macro move, we can have micro moves. Okay, we can have micro moves. So within this impulse, we can have something small moves like this. Within this impulse, we can have something like this. We can have something like this within this move. You get it? We can have impulse move within this move. You get it? And within this correction, usually corrections, we have what? ABC. I'm coming. Let me check something. Okay, so within the correction, sorry, within the correction we can have a pattern like this. We can have A, B, C, or we can have something like this. So that's why usually, if you can hear me, if you have been hearing me saying, you have to wait for what before a structure will change. Maybe if it's an uptrend, a higher high should break, a higher low should break. But if it happens like this, if it retest on this higher high, it means what it's still in what the same corrective move. So this, at this point, this thing can happen, this thing can happen, and with this move, this impulse move, you can see something like this. You get it? So I don't want to confuse you guys. So that's how usually. So if what has happened over here on the daily time frame, this move that we are seeing, let's move to the micro move. So when you move to the micro move, this is what you are going to see. Now that it has started, so it is going to retrace. Okay, maybe it will move to this target. It is going to move to this. That's when you go to the micro. So this move, for instance, let's move to the H4. I hope you can see. So you can see it over here. This move, you are seeing the moves, the impulsive moves over there. When you move to the H4, you can see it over there. 1, 2, consolidate, 3. Now it's supposed to happen over here. But with this one, usually it's subjective, so I don't pay attention to them. So you don't worry, just pay attention to it's subjective based on how the person is saying it. So the target hasn't gotten to that side yet. So maybe the 8 o'clock candle is going to move it to the target. So this is an impulsive move on daily time frame. So on the H4 time frame, we are going to see so exactly what I said. You see how it is consolidating. So always make sure you are not putting yourself in a tight corner. So one reason why I always tell you people to use the line chart is, you see this one like this, something like this, it's going to be very difficult for you to even determine determine the resistance. So if you convert it to line chart, it is going to tell you where the equilibrium point or the pivot point is. So it is moving to the target. It is moving to the target. So when you are in trade, don't panic. Know your target and allow it to move to the target. The only way you are going to manage the trade is when there are some external factors. So like if you miss the trade, you are on the right path. Okay, you're on the right path. At least your system is working. Your strategy is working. So you're on the right path. And don't go and practice this with the way you are trading on any other time. Like maybe on the daily time, on any other time of the day, and you come and tell me you lost a trade on that time. You see, volume time, when you trade during volume time, lending like pre New York, and trade during when there was volume in the market. Don't go and trade around 7 p.m. GMT, okay, 7 p.m., 8 p.m., and you're expecting to win a trade. There was no volume during that time. 6 p.m., then you are trading. You are seriously trading. You will lose. So don't make the market trap you. So this news has really done me a harm. This thing. Tomorrow too we have retail sales. So this week is not good to trade the pound dollar. I hope you guys have been seeing most of the things. Like, so those who have traded the New York session and the London session, which time is most profitable? You see, most of the moves happens during the London session. Me, I can say the London session is the best session. That's why usually I don't even waste my time watching the chart during those times. Just find your time and focus on those times. Then the rest of the day, so after this move 8 o'clock, I'm done trading. I'm not going to watch charts again, because I know the rest of the day is going to be news and other stuffs. You get it? So just find your time. After 8 o'clock, if I close the stream, I'm done. Unless maybe a private session with someone before, maybe I'll come back to the chat again. So it got to some time I wasn't even watching some of the news during the New York session, because I wasn't trading those times. Unless maybe I want to gamble on those news. So the target gets hit. Everything was explained this morning. Everything was explained. It's all about what knowing. So this week, for instance, the whole of this week, I've missed two major moves. I missed a trade over here. That one, with the timing wasn't okay. News event, and I think I missed one trade over here too. So I think I have to get an account for an aggressive trade. I have to get an account for an aggressive. So one to happen over here. So this week on pound dollar, two setups that I've missed. It's fine. I'll get them. So if you miss a trade like this, you just go back and ask yourself questions. Was it okay for you to enter the trade, or you should have let it go? Was it okay? Like trading the news, was it okay? Checking the fundamentals and those things. So you just ask yourself some questions. Then next time you know the decision to take on. You know the decision to take on. So you've been predicting the market like crazy. You have been predicting it like crazy. So that's how you make money from the market. The moment you get your edge, the rest is what to print money from the market. Yes, sir. Morning, sir. So yesterday you traded Euro USD. You were around, right? Yesterday you were around. Yeah, so you can trade Euro USD. One thing I'm saying is, if you are selecting a currency pair, this is how you are going to the things you are going to factor before you select a currency pair. So we have various sections. We have the you have various sections. So we have the lending session. Okay, the Asian session comes first. So we have the Asian session. You have the lending session. And we have the New York session. So with the Asian session, we have some currencies. So the currency Asian session. The lending session. Okay, let me do it session. The lending, then the New York. So with the Asian session, the currencies that fall within this Asian session, or when the Asian session is open. So the forex market opens 24 hours a day, 5 days within a week. Okay, and it doesn't mean you can trade all the sessions. You have to know the time. That is very important. When what do you call it? A market is open. Okay, a financial market is open before you can trade. So the Asian session starts from the Auckland. That's the New Zealand session. So that one is not important. So the Asian session, we have currencies like the JPY, we have the NZD, we have the AUD. That's the JPY is the Japanese around. So you know Japan is around the Asian country. Okay, it's among the Asian country, and the New Zealand, and they all opens around that time. So these three currencies, and we have we have JPY, AUD, and NZD. I hope that's all. And we have the lending session. The lending session, we have CHF, we have the Euro, and we have the GBP. You get it. And the New York session, we have what do you call it? We have the Canadian dollar. They are all in North America. The Canadian dollar and the USD, the United States dollar, they are all in North America. So So these are all various market sessions, and the country that falls within those financial market centers. Okay. So if anytime you are going to select a currency pair, you have to select one weak currency pair and one what stronger currency pair, because currencies are traded in pairs, and as you are buying one, you are going to sell one. It's like tag war. Okay, you if two people are strong, if two opponents or two parties are strong, it is going to be very strong, it's going to be very difficult for one to win. Okay, so you have to pair one weaker currency pair and one stronger currency pair together for you to what do you call it, for you to trade, so that it will yeah, for you to win or trade, so that it will be very easy for you not to be in consolidation, like fighting each other. The fight is not going to come to an end. So Asian session, maybe if you are trading during the Asian session, don't select two pairs within this session, because if they are open at the same time, you are not going to win. They are going to fight each other till maybe the session close. And when the session close too, there's no volume, so no one is going to have strength to fight. So if you are selecting a currency pair, maybe Asian session, you select one currency which is strong. So if you are trading during the Asian session, Asian is what open. So the JPY is strong. So you have to select a weaker currency. Lending session is not open. So as you are selecting the lending currency, so the way they are being paired is what, the way the currencies are paired is established by an organization. So CHF, is it CHF JPY or what? You select the strong currency first and the weaker currency first. So CHF JPY, I'm not sure we have currency like that. CHF JPY. Let me search and see. CHF JPY. Do you have something like that? Okay. Okay. So the way they are being quoted, or the way they are being written, is established by international standard organization. You get it? So the first one is the base currency, and the second one is the quote currency. The first one is called what? The first one is the base currency, and the second one is the quote currency. Always the base currency is stronger than the quote currency, but we have some instances where, like if you are trading like AUD USD, the dollar is stronger than the Australian dollar is stronger than the United States dollar. But when it comes to economy, the United States economy is far better than the Australian dollar or Australian economy. I don't know of that. I'm not, yeah, I don't know how true it is, but that's how they are being quoted. You have some few exceptions like AUD USD, NZD USD. You see the AUD comes first instead of maybe USD AUD. So always the base currency is the stronger one, and what, the quote currency is the weaker one. So you select one currency from what, the Asian session, the country that is, or the session that is open currency, and a country session that is not open, and you pair them together and you trade them. So if you are trading Asian session, it is better to trade CHF JPY, because what, CHF is closed, JPY is what, is open. So fighting each other, the possibility that one is going to win the other is very strong. One is asleep, one is awake. Okay, so you are going to see a lot of volume. But if you are trading JPY AUD at the same time, or AUD JPY at the same time, you are going to what, experience a lot of consolidations. Am I making myself clear? So during lending session, for instance, if you are trade what, GBP, maybe USD, GBP, is it USD JPY, right? USD, sorry, GBP, is it GBP USD or what? Yeah, it's supposed to be GBP, USD JPY or USD GBP. It's supposed to be GBP USD. Okay, the pound dollar. So you have to trade something like the pound dollar, okay, or the pound card, or maybe you trade something like CHF card, or card CHF, or Euro USD, okay. Trading them during the lending session, because Euro is open, the New York session is not open. And during the New York session, it is always advisable to trade something like, if you trade Euro USD, now the lending session close around 3 or something, 3 p.m. Okay, but the euro during that time, even though you see, when you go to your workplace, when you're about to close, activities doesn't go on, like, or you guys are not active as in the morning. You get it? Energy comes in the morning around 9, 10, 11 something. By 12 o'clock and people are tired. So it's the same thing as in the pairing too. You get it? So if you trade euro USD during the New York session, euro has already happened. Okay, even though it is in session, but it's not that effective. Okay, it's not that strong as compared to the US, which is open. So you can trade it during that time. So that's how you can do the pairing. I think I've given you $1 million this thing knowledge now. No. So it's still consolidating. I hope I made myself clear. Okay. So this level is still retesting. This, but I feel a massive move. Let me see there. So as I said, you see what the euro USD is doing. You see what the euro USD is doing. Exactly. So zones are very important. So the H1 resistance is rejecting it. H1 resistance is rejecting it. So as I said, sometimes the target, so it's left with how many pips for it to reach the target? It's left with 4 pips. Would I have followed it? So it's left with 4 pips for it to get to the target, and now it is rejecting. So this one like this, you just break even, then you allow it if it hits your target, if you hit your stop loss. So it's left with 17 minutes for the 1 hour candle to close. Just wait for the 1 hour candle to close and see what will happen. Just wait for the 1 hour candle to close. It is making a deep retracement. I'm sure because of the H1. It is rejecting the H1 level. It's rejecting the H1 level. So the trades that you are missing out, to get to some time, you will be taking them. So you just steady it. So you see, I said around the 5 o'clock, for instance. If not the news, I would have taken it. If not the news, I would have taken it. Okay, so let me. So uh, so those over here, okay, okay, we don't have a lot of people over here. So far, Brainy, what have you learned so far as you join us? And what you said, you join other academies, you join other groups and forest groups. So what different thing did you learn from? Are you there? Hello? Yes, sir. So we have something called top-down analysis. So it's always important to know what is going on in the higher time frame. One thing is sometimes you might not know those what you might not know there will be a resistance on the higher time frame or support on the higher time frame, and if you don't pay attention to them, you are going to be the trade is going to go against you, and you don't know. But so we have some standard time frames. That's the monthly, the weekly, the daily time frame. So I always advise we pay attention to those time frames. So we have something called top-down analysis. You analyze from the higher time frame to the lower time frame. Yeah, so it's always important. So these are the standard time frames are the ones that I've highlighted over here. The monthly, the weekly, the daily, H4, H1, and M30. So you put them on favorite, then you analyze. I can see you are really passionate. So the only thing you can book for one on one. Then I will take you through one on one. Yeah, yeah, you can book for one on one because I can the way you ask questions, you need one on one session. So that will get time and explain things for you. Sorry. Okay, that's fine. So it's left with 10 minutes for H1 to close. Is the target going to be hit, or it is going to retreat? So I can see a long term buy. I think now I have to do it this way. If you purchase the course, you'll get access to the free Telegram session a month. Then the rest, so either you pay for monthly, because the kind of volume I'm sharing is not supposed to be free like that. That's how I'm going to make it, so that people will take you serious. If you have paid for something and you are not going to attend, that's up to you. You are not going to ask questions, that's up to you. So either it will be monthly subscription, you pay for monthly, then you join the Telegram so that you can ask your questions. I'm going to think about that. Or like, so if I see some serious people, some people like Brainy, for instance, they are going to be in the group forever, because I can see their activeness and those stuff. So those people are going to be in the group forever without no charges. Yeah. So if I see your energy is, as in you have been present most of the times and those stuff, I will not take you anything. You just be in the private group. So the rest, either you can stream on YouTube. Yeah, I can hear you. So 7 minutes for the. Is it going to flip? Is it going to flip? Hello? Yeah. I said I'll send you, and I said I'll send you the videos. Abi, I was trying to chat with you yesterday, but you were not active yesterday. So after the stream, I will search the videos and send it to you. Okay. Yeah, so I'll send it to you. Hello? Hello? Morning. Okay, so after the stream, you give me hi. Okay. Yeah, I think I have to do it now. It makes sense. I have to do it like that, so that you get access to, if you buy the course, you get access to that, because I've been giving free signals. Yesterday I showed my stop loss, my take profits, and the group is everything. So within a month, if you take the trades and you become profitable, you get your money back, then you are out. I think that one would be best. Because yesterday, for instance, we gave the stop loss, the take profits, everything. And today too, I gave an idea before this even move happened. I gave an idea. Yesterday, today, for instance, I gave an idea before the move happened. This way, I sent a message this morning that this way, this side, before this move happened. So I think it makes sense. So I'll think about that, but I've not concluded yet, please. So maybe my mind will change. My mind will change. So I'm seeing maybe the 8 o'clock candle is going to move it up. Maybe the 8 o'clock candle is going to move it up to this side. So it's very simple. Just know the trend. You understand the trend. If you know your daily bias, simple. You follow from there. It's very simple. And know the timing too is very important. The time of the day is very important. Don't go and trade any other day, any other session. Oh, sorry, any other time of the day. As I said, 7 p.m., 6 p.m., it's not advisable trading that time. CGG, BBP, JPY. Let's consolidate. So I think now I'm going to stick to the Euro USD and GBP USD. So as I said, gold, you wait for the H4 candle to close within this side. If you wait the H4 candle close within this side, then what you take, you wait for a bearish candle close like this. Then we take what? Then you take a sell. I think that's the best way to go. Something like this. Okay, so I think there's nothing better. It should break and hit the target, but I think I don't know whether it is going to retrace. The way it is moving deep, the retracements might be deep. So it's all about confidence. They are going to be confident. You wait for it to hit the target. These are targets. So I think I'll call it a day. If any questions so far, my time is up. It's 8 o'clock. Any question? If there's no question, let's call it a day. So today, no trade. There's no trade on the trade. We already missed it. We missed it during the pre-lending session because of this event. So with the Euro USD2, it's in a consolidation zone. What's happening? So today we have retail sales. So with the retail sales, as I said, we have unemployment claims and retail sales. So you have to be very, very careful. You get it? You have to be very, very careful. You have to be very, very careful for the retail sales. Okay. Any question? Any question? If there's no question, let's call it a day. So thank you. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, right? So let's see what tomorrow we have CPI. Wow, tomorrow we have to come early and witness this retail sales. So tomorrow on GBP pound we have retail sales. So you come early and observe it. So like how we came today around 5:30 to 5:40. The stream will start. Okay, see you all tomorrow. Thank you all for joining today's stream. Okay, bye-bye. So YouTube, please, if you have not liked the video, if you have not liked the stream, kindly give a like on the stream, okay? Kindly give a like on the stream because I think I'm doing good for you. I'm giving you free value. So if you're on YouTube, kindly give a like on the stream, and if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, kindly do so, okay, so that the YouTube algorithm will show it to more people. Okay, the YouTube algorithm will show it to more people. So kindly give a like on the stream if you have not liked the video, the stream yet. Kindly give a like on the stream. Thank you all. See you the same time tomorrow, okay? Love you all. Bye. Adios.